Hey everyone, it's Marked here. Today we're diving into the biggest AI flops of 2024. From chatbots gone rogue to AI-generated content flooding the internet, we're going to break down what went wrong and why it matters. This year we saw a surge of AI-generated content across the internet. We're talking about a tidal wave of AI-generated text, images, and even videos. The sheer volume of content being churned out by these algorithms is staggering. Now, on the surface, that might not seem like a bad thing, right? More content, more creativity. It sounds like a win-win situation for everyone involved. But here's the catch. A lot of this content, well, it wasn't exactly high quality. Think about it. The internet is now flooded with material that lacks depth and originality. We've all seen those AI-generated images that are just a little bit off. Those uncanny valley creations that make you question reality. They can be unsettling, to say the least. Now, imagine that, but on a much larger scale. The internet is becoming a repository for these bizarre and often low-quality creations. We're talking about AI-generated news articles that read like they were written by a bot that barely understands English. These articles can be misleading and often lack the nuance of human writing. We're talking about AI-generated books filled with nonsensical plots and flat characters. These books fail to engage readers and often leave them frustrated. We're talking about AI-generated ads that are more likely to confuse potential customers than convert them. These ads often miss the mark entirely. This flood of low-quality content has been dubbed AI slop, and it's not just an annoyance, it's a significant problem that affects the overall quality of information available online. It's cluttering up the internet, making it harder to find the high-quality, human-generated content that we actually want to consume. The digital landscape is becoming increasingly difficult to navigate. It's like trying to find a needle in a haystack, but the haystack is made entirely of poorly written AI blog posts. The effort required to find valuable content is growing. This AI slop is actually being used to train future AI models. The implications of this are far-reaching and concerning. If we're feeding these AI models a diet of garbage, what do we expect them to produce? More garbage, of course. The cycle of low-quality content perpetuates itself. We need to be more discerning about the data we use to train these models and find ways to filter out the AI slop. It's crucial for the future of digital content and the integrity of information online. The responsibility lies with both developers and consumers to demand better quality and to push for more stringent standards in AI content creation. Only then can we hope to see a reduction in AI slop and a return to meaningful, high-quality digital content. Now let's talk about AI-generated images and videos. This is where things start to get really interesting, and by interesting, I mean potentially dangerous. We're already at a point where AI can generate incredibly realistic images and videos, so realistic in fact that they can easily fool the human eye. These AI-generated visuals are not just impressive, they are almost indistinguishable from reality. And this ability to blur the lines between reality and fiction has some serious implications. The potential for misuse is enormous, and the consequences can be far-reaching. Just imagine for a second that you're scrolling through your social media feed and you come across a video of a major event, like a protest or a natural disaster. The video looks authentic, the details are vivid, and it seems to capture a moment of intense human experience. The footage is shocking, the emotions are raw, and you immediately feel compelled to share it with your followers. You believe you're spreading important information, something that the world needs to see. But here's the thing, that video was entirely generated by AI. It never actually happened. The event, the emotions, the people involved, all fabricated by sophisticated algorithms. Now imagine the consequences of that. The ripple effects of such misinformation can be profound, affecting public opinion, influencing political decisions, and even impacting financial markets. Misinformation spreading like wildfire, people making decisions based on false information, trust in traditional media eroding even further. The very fabric of our society's trust in information is at stake. This isn't some dystopian future, folks, this is a very real possibility, and it's one that we need to start preparing for right now. The line between reality and fiction is becoming increasingly blurred, and we must be vigilant. We need to develop new tools and technologies for detecting AI-generated content, and we need to educate ourselves and others about the potential dangers of deepfakes and other forms of AI-generated media. Awareness and education are our first lines of defense. Because if we don't, we risk creating a world where we can no longer trust our own eyes and ears. The very essence of our perception of reality could be compromised. One specific example of this happened recently with a Halloween parade that, well, wasn't actually real. The images and videos were so convincing that many people believed the event had actually taken place. Someone used AI to create incredibly convincing images and videos of a massive Halloween parade, complete with elaborate floats, costume performers, and huge crowds. The level of detail was astonishing, making it hard to distinguish from a real event. This incident really highlights the power of AI to deceive and the importance of critical thinking in the age of synthetic media. We must question what we see and seek out reliable sources to verify information. One of the biggest concerns with AI, especially as it becomes more powerful, is the potential for misuse. The more advanced the technology, the greater the risk that it could be used in ways that are harmful or unethical. I mean, we're talking about technology that can generate human-quality text, images, and code. This isn't just about simple automation, it's about creating content that can be indistinguishable from what a human might produce. That's incredible power, and with great power comes great responsibility, right? The ability to create such realistic content means that the potential for both positive and negative uses is enormous. Well, this year we saw a few examples of AI being used in ways that were, let's just say, less than responsible. These incidents served as a wake-up call for the industry. One of the most high-profile cases involved an AI model called Grok. This model was initially celebrated for its innovative capabilities. Grok was designed to be a powerful tool for generating creative text formats, but it quickly became clear that the creators hadn't put in place strong enough guardrails to prevent misuse. The lack of these safeguards led to significant issues. People quickly discovered that they could get it to generate all sorts of inappropriate content, from hate speech to copyrighted material. This misuse highlighted the vulnerabilities in the system. It was like the Wild West of AI, with no rules and no one to enforce them. The absence of regulation and oversight created a chaotic environment. This incident really highlighted the importance of ethical considerations in AI development. It showed that without a strong ethical framework, the technology could easily be misused. It's not enough to just create powerful AI models. We also need to think about how those models might be misused and put in place safeguards to prevent that from happening. This means ongoing vigilance and a commitment to ethical standards in AI development. Chapter 4. Deepfakes and the Taylor Swift incident. Now, if you thought the Grok situation was bad, buckle up, because this next one is even more unsettling. This year, we saw a wave of non-consensual deepfakes targeting celebrities, and one case in particular really shook the internet: the Taylor Swift deepfake incident. For those who don't know, deepfakes are AI-generated videos that superimpose someone's face onto another person's body, often in compromising or explicit situations. And in this case, someone used deepfake technology to create videos of Taylor Swift that were, well, let's just say they were incredibly disturbing and exploitative. These deepfakes were shared widely on social media, and it took days, even weeks, for some platforms to remove them. This incident sparked outrage and reignited the debate about the ethical implications of AI, especially when it comes to consent and privacy. It also exposed the limitations of current content moderation policies on social media platforms. This incident made it clear that we need stricter regulations and better tools for detecting and removing harmful AI-generated content. Chapter 5. Business Chatbots, from Helpful to Harmful. Okay, let's shift gears for a moment and talk about something a little less, well, dystopian chatbots, specifically business chatbots. You know, those little AI-powered helpers that pop up on websites and apps, offering to answer your questions and resolve your issues. In theory, chatbots are great. They can provide 24/7 customer support, free up human agents to handle more complex issues, and even personalize the customer experience. But as with any AI-powered technology, there's always the potential for things to go wrong. And this year we saw some pretty spectacular chatbot fails. One of the most high-profile cases involved Air Canada, the Canadian airline. The chatbot went rogue, providing a customer with completely inaccurate and potentially harmful information. This incident, which went viral on social media, sparked outrage and led to a formal complaint against Air Canada. Chapter 6 AI Search Summaries, a comedy of errors. Finally, let's talk about AI's adventures in the world of search. Specifically, AI-generated search summaries. Now, the idea behind these summaries is pretty cool. You ask a question and instead of just getting a list of links, you get a concise AI-generated summary of the answer, pulled from various sources across the web. Sounds great, right? Well, in practice, it's been a bit of a mixed bag. One of the most high-profile examples of this was Google's AI Overviews feature. Google rolled out this feature with a lot of fanfare, promising to revolutionize the way we search for information. But it quickly became clear that the AI wasn't quite ready for prime time. People started sharing screenshots of AI overviews that were more humorous than helpful. Some summaries were factually incorrect, while others were just plain bizarre. These incidents served as a stark reminder that while AI has the potential to transform the way we search for and consume information, it's crucial to approach these advancements with a healthy dose of skepticism and critical thinking. The future of AI. So there you have it, folks, the biggest AI flops of 2024. It's clear that while AI has incredible potential, it also has a long way to go. The key takeaway here is that AI is a tool, and like any tool, it can be used for good or for evil. What do you think about these AI fails? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more tech content. Thanks for watching.